And welcome into week 7 of the final drive. Just 2 weeks left after tonight in the regular season. Then the road to Camp Randall begins. But first, conference championships have to be decided. And the winner of our game of the week will take a huge step in that department. It doesn't really get any bigger than this in the Capital Conference. Undefeated Columbus taking on undefeated Lodi. And these two teams have pretty much breezed through each week. Winner of tonight's matchup is firmly in the driver's seat for a conference championship. The Cardinals beat the Blue Devils by 28 last season. Safe to say Lodi hasn't forgotten about that. Second quarter, they're up 7-0. Mason Lane shows off his arm, and Jacobo Castillo-Rosales mosses the defender. That would lead to this. Lane looking, and finding Gavin Sargent in the back of the end zone. The toe tap puts the Blue Devils up 14-0 at the half. More of the same in the third. Lane off the play action, drops it right into Aiden Grosskopf's breadbasket. Lodi shuts out Columbus and snaps the Cardinals' 20-game win streak. 28-0 is the final. It's been a while since Verona lost the game in the Big 8. You have to go all the way back to 2021. Since then, they've won a conference title and are looking to go back-to-back with some hard work. Wildcats looking to keep their perfect conference record intact, taking on Follette. Lancers on the punt in the first quarter. Garrison Cotty waiting patiently for it. He fields it on the bounce and then goes to work. The senior weaves his way in and out and takes it all the way down to the 2-yard line. And that would lead to this. Eli Lagomasino hits Max Jones in the flat, and just like that, it's 8-0 Wildcats. Now, Verona would force another punt. They'd get the ball at the 1 this time, and Lagomasino uses his legs. He's in for the score. Wildcats take it 41-0. Elsewhere in the Big 8, Middleton knocks off Janesville Parker 35-21, and in the battle for Mansfield Stadium, it's Memorial over West 24-6. Lakeside Lutheran and Lake Mills are so close to each other that you can not only see the other school's lights from each football field, but you can hear each other's crowds. Tonight, though, everybody was at one place. It's the 2023 edition of the Slider Bowl. Lake Mills hosting crosstown rival Lakeside Lutheran. No score in the first. Tyler Wallin flings it to Dom Kelly, who shakes off a tackle, and he's in for 6. Elcats take a 7-0 lead. Second quarter now, Warriors up 10-7, and they're on the move. Sam Schmidt keeps those legs churning, and he rumbles in to put Lakeside up 10. Now, Moline would have an answer. The freshman drops back and hits Rudebacher in stride for another score, and the lead is down to 3, but Lakeside Lutheran would win the Slider Bowl 53-36. In the Badger Lard, Wanakee stays perfect on the year with a road win at Oregon, and Sun Prairie East took down Milton 23-14 to move to 6-1 on the year. Mountain Horror Barneveld continued their tear in the Badger Small. Vikings moved to 7-0 with a 60-41 win at Watertown. And the oldest rivalry in the state was renewed in the Mississippi Valley. Baraboo beat Reedsburg to take home the Old River Jug in the 136th meeting between the two. After a slow start to their season, Monroe has found their groove. Since the Cheesemakers entered Rock Valley play, they've dominated 4 weeks and 4 wins where they've outscored their opponents 168-24. Edgerton welcome in the reigning Division III state champs. Second quarter, Monroe up 21-0, and adding to it, Caden Kuster runs in untouched to put the Cheesemakers up 4 scores. Then later in the quarter, more Kuster, another handoff, another easy touchdown for Monroe. And that offense was humming tonight. This time it's Benjamin Gadula. He finds pay dirt. Monroe rolls 47-6. On offense, Marshall is hard to stop. The Cardinals can run, they can throw, and they have a lot of team speed. Kind of like the Miami Dolphins. Okay, they're not putting up 70 points, but averaging 45 isn't too shabby. Cambridge looking to slow them down in an Eastern Suburban showdown. Second quarter, Blue Jays up 14-8. Second and long, and Matthew Buckman puts one on Cade Nodstead to move those chains with the big gain. Now, a couple plays later, Cambridge cashes in. Buckman sets his feet and chucks it deep to Kiefer Parrish, who goes up and gets it. Blue Jays up 22-8 at the break. Cardinals would answer in the third. Brady Kleinstein drops a dime on Max Temple, and he gone 73 yards to the house. Cambridge, though, hands Marshall their first loss of the season, 44-22. And some other scores to pass along. Platteville moved to 7-0 with a 42-0 win over Richland Center. And in the SWAL, it was Darlington over Cuba City 23-7.